Alright, so today I wanted to go over a few different things. It is the month of February. We have a lot of things going on. The ARG event, the power boosters, the ban list going on, the PPG event, and the preparation for the celebrations. I wanted to go over a few different things and kind of get to the question of, is Bandai doing this wrong? And the reason why I say that is because a lot of people are talking through the value of these promotional cards, including Broly, including all the other power boosters I'm going to go over, and we still have the next set of them for set 5 as well, and I'll kind of preview that since I didn't talk about that for a reason in my previous videos. And of course, if you're coming back and you're not subscribed already, please subscribe if you're new. A lot of the views that I've noticed, I wouldn't say a lot, but a good chunk are from non-subscribed. And if you aren't already, join the Discord in the description. But as we go into this, we have these two cards, which are the SS Gogeta, the Unstoppable, and as well as a Broly Threat. So if you weren't aware already, you have to buy these, or you have to bring a friend, which you probably didn't really need to, and then buy 2 starters and then 6 boosters from or during the promotional period, which is still going on until the end of February. It started in the beginning of January. So I don't know which booster packs there are. Maybe the Miraculous Revival. It doesn't say which one, but I guess it's up to the store to do it. I'm not sure. Someone can go ahead and clarify that for me. But as I understand too, in order to even get these cards, the store, and as well as for the power boosters, you actually have to buy old product in order to get the cards. Same thing for the power boosters. You have to buy old set 4 product in order to get those cards, and they only come 3 a piece in those boosters. So already a lot of the game stores, or a lot of the brick and mortar stores, the LGSs, whatever you want to call it, weren't participating in this because you had to buy a lot of product, like probably hundreds to thousands of dollars, maybe not thousands, but definitely hundreds of dollars worth of product in order to move that and have people to buy it. And there's no guarantee, of course, for people to come in and to buy that, to actually clear that stock. And if they aren't, then you have all of these, which, you know, could promote malicious intent and just selling the packs instead, and then driving the market a little bit in a different way, and as well as just being there with the old product. Like, you're just gonna be stuck with that. So if you are, which I'll open this to the floor of everybody, of answering that question, is Bandai doing this wrong when it comes down to moving this product, this old product, and as well as these promo packs? And as well as, if you are a game store, if you work at one, if you own one, let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Do you think this is not right for game stores to be going through this? Anyway, so we do have the Super Dash Pack campaign, which it's pretty much the same thing as the Dash Pack, and then we do have the celebrations, which I will definitely get to in a second. But first, if we take a look at the price of the Broly Awakened Threat, I wanted to go ahead and make this video today on February 7th. I'm not sure when this is going to go up, maybe the day after, or the day after that. It just really depends on my schedule. And really, I just wanted to take note of how much it is right now for 20 bucks and everything else as far as the power boosters, and then take note of that a month from now. So on the 7th of March, where are the prices? Did they perform well in the ARG and PPG events, and as well as other events? Because as soon as we get into March, we're going to be getting into set 6, and the meta is going to be changing. We have a lot more silver bullets, we have Super Senron, we have all this other stuff, plus all the other promos that are going to be revealed from there. And I don't even know what the SRs are. So right now, I don't even know what the SRs. By the time you watch this, you'll know the SRs for set 6. So it may change things, it may not. So 20 bucks for them, and then we have all of these. So again, I've had questions about this quite a lot. I've seen other videos of people having questions. Again, these are the power boosters. This is the first run of it for set 4. Again, you have to buy down here 6 packs of BD04, which is set 4, from the store. Build a deck, and then you open and play. So it's a sealed format instead of a draft format. You literally just use the cards that you have. You can't use any of the ones that you own, only the ones that you open. And then that's really it. It runs until the end of February. There are different different events every single week. So again, if you don't know already, I think if you just click on any of these states, for instance, like over here for West Coast for me, you can go ahead and click on that and see where the events are being held, and we have like 2 events, 3 events maybe left in a month within the weeks. So that's pretty cool. And then of course, these are all the cards. So we have the most hyped one for Son Goku. The reason why it's so hyped is because for 4 energy, you can get out Hide and Mastery. With Shigesh, you can get him out for free. Tap 1 and then draw. And then right after that, as long as you have Sparking 7, you can get out Hide and Mastery. And then with the Broly leader, you can untap him and re-attack with the triple strike, dual attack. You can only attack once with the triple strike, but you can go ahead and evolve with the victory strike, and then right after that you can go ahead and take for game. And if they survive somehow, you can retap with Broly and then take for game again. So that's why it's so hype. A lot of people are playing this, a lot of people wanting this card because of that, and all of the subsequential cards before it and the ones that it requires are actually going up because of that too. So yeah, the Piccolo is okay. He's a burst 3, and you play a 4 cost for Universe 7 and Namekian, so that's pretty cool. The Kami's Power Piccolo is probably one of the best targets, or the blue Piccolo, but if you want to keep green, that's it. I already made a video on Demigra, so go check that out. It's a 3 cost evolve costs, and then prevents anything 10k from attacking on their turn. Overrun for 4. You can get out the 7-drop Demigra as early as turn 3, and then Hurrigan. He's a free blocker basically if you have Tapion and the Minosha and the Minosha kid in the drop, and you play him, and then you can evolve the 7 cost, or the 9 cost that is. I made a video on that, really good. Same thing for Baby. He's probably the most, or second expensive one, because you can get out the Ape turn 2, I would say, or turn 3, and then you draw a lot. So there you go, and minus a lot. So if we take a look at the prices right now for the Gogeta, he is $3, $3 or $4. A lot of the actual prices for it, the stock is looking good, looking pretty cheap. I would recommend to pick it up now. I don't really want to give out like financial advice or whatever, but personally, with all of the Goku, Vegeta, and Veku cards coming out with the celebrations, and as well as set 6, you'd be kind of crazy not to pick it up at 3. Like, you can see what Broly did. I don't know if he's gonna be affecting the meta too much. I love his effects. Like, I personally love these effects, but you know, it's not for everybody, and we'll have to take a look at what happens later on. Now we have the Son Goku Open Universe 7 SPR at $70 for a heavily played. If we wanted to take a look at the medium, it'll be $95. So really, that's probably the real cost. This guy has been frequently going up, and there's no image for it, but this one is the one that is signed by Sean Schimmel, and is from the TOP, which is another reason why it's so expensive. Now per card, because you probably need 3 or 4 of these, is $47 for the TCG low for the Path of Greatness, and the listed medium is $60. A lot of people have been picking up sets or play sets for like $125, for $100 or whatever. Some people are paying at least $30 to $35 I've seen, but right now it is $60 for the medium, and I can't say, like, personally, I do not think any of these power boosters are going to be anything under or over $25, right? It's at most it's going to be 20 to 25. I am almost certain of that, and Broly is a really good example of that, and I think that all these other cards, depending on the meta, of course, are going to be affected by that. But right now, the beast to actually beat is going to be this deck. Like, anything that plays this power booster is going to be one of the decks to beat. I think Preemptive, which I want to make a whole video of like the top decks and how like the pros and cons of them. Not necessarily how to beat them, but definitely what to look out for. But for this card, Preemptive Strike is probably be one of the best targets for that. You just got to watch out for battering if they're Shigeshing, and if they're Shigeshing, then you just Chronoa, make them hardcasting and then awaken. But if they're hardcasting for 3 energy, then just Preemptive. Like, that's probably the best bet they're gonna be they're gonna have in order to survive it, and as well as to avoid it. So there you go. And we got the baby at $21. Maybe the reading is about $24. So yeah, that makes sense. Now this one being the second highest or second expensive. And then we have the Rudigan at $6. I personally love the card. I love the engine. I made a Gogeta Hirudegan deck. Shout out to Joey from TCG or Crossover TCG. Yeah, I love the card. There's not much to say about it. I think the engine is still a little bit slow, but when you get it going, it's really good. Piccolo, yet again, like I said, can be a really good card, and as we get more support from Nemekins and Universe 7, he's going to be even better later on. It's just that it sucks that it negates the skills for duration turn. But if it has barrier, it still has barrier for their turn. And of course, Namigre, these are about $10, about 14 for the medium. So that's about reasonable. Now, again, we have the Set 5 Seal Tournament coming in, I believe, March. Let's go see. No, April 1st to April 30th. So after the Set 6 drops, after the celebrations, after ARG and PPG, and most likely they're going to be announced. This is my speculation, of course. Most likely Bandai is going to be announcing the next regionals or the next events, the big events. And of course, PPG, ARG, of course, TCG, all the other TOs are going to be backing that and deciding that. But I would definitely guess that in April it's going to be announced of the plan of like the rest of the regionals, and as well as their plan for the rest of the sets. That's just me though. That they did it last year, and I don't see why they wouldn't. But of course, we have 3 cards per pack, and most likely it's gonna mimic the Set 4 design, in which every color has something. And in case you forgot, this is pretty much all of what Miraculous Revival is as far as per color. So they're going to be going towards, like, you know, what can they boost or help within that color. So, you know, something for Earthlings or something for Piccolo. I would say Piccolo is going to be in the red, like it's going to be a red Piccolo of some sort. Gogeta doesn't need help. Like, if you got help, it's going to be pretty stupid, but it's probably going to be something with Janemba related, maybe to help this chain to speed it up a little. Maybe a lower cost Janemba in order to get this Janemba out. That's my guess. It's probably going to be Super 17 support. I love this Goku, but it's just not practical half the time. But it's probably going to be Super 17 support. And then we have most likely Frieza. I don't like, this is not really archetype based, but I think the Friezas are. So it's probably gonna be something to Frieza. I don't think either one of these need help per se, but it's definitely gonna be Frieza based. And then it's probably be Shenron. Let's be real. So again, this one has the 6 packs from Set 5, and the build a deck and play, literally the same thing. So again, the LGSs have to buy those packs in order to get the power boosters from Bandai. So maybe they'll change something in the future. Who knows? I don't know. It's really hard to say. I think it is healthy for the secondary market to have something as far as like limited cards and as well as hard to get cards. I am 100% behind that. I personally feel like there should be, but I think the barrier entry for not only stores and for people for certain events and as well as to buy all those packs is not that great. I think Bandai should realize that a lot of people should have or already have either commons or boxes of these previous packs. So there's no reason for us to buy those. There's no incentive for us to go out and do that. We will buy it off the secondary market or trade for them because we don't need those packs. We're not going to go to these events, which will in turn kill whatever profit or whatever money that they spent at the store or for the store to buy. So how do you fix that? Like, it's really hard to say how do you fix it. I think one of the options is to give out these booster or power booster packs as a tournament prize for first and second. I think that is an option, but at the same time, you know, is it going to be based on, like, does that cover the amount of entry as far as that goes? Like, does it still keep that value for how limited they are? Who knows? Who knows how much these are going to be when these come out as well in April. But I mean, again, that's neither here nor there. The last thing I really wanted to talk about is the registration. If you didn't know, the registration, if you go through this for the celebrations, it is for the team event and as well as the single battles event. The issue is that anybody can really register for this, so we don't really know how they're going to be like is there a limit? Is there a time for this? I know ARG is behind this, so it's really hard to say. Like if we don't have someone for the third, or someone drops out at the last minute, do they just drop out for the team events? Like if you just go to the registration form, it just kind of tells you to go through and say agree to all this stuff, put in your BCC ID, and then you just register. So I don't know if I really agree with this. I don't know if this format's really that great. Team events going into set 6 as well is going to be a little awkward, because there are going to be different decks, like a Shigesh based deck or Hand Destruction based deck, which another deck will not have the answer for it, because you can't play the same cards as your teammates. So people who have Kami or Tau or Cronoa can't play those cards versus other decks. So as you introduce all of these silver bullets, it's good for the game in which to have the answers in best of 3s, but these are best of 1s, and you can't have those cards in the other decks. And if I'm wrong on that, definitely let me know in the comments. But that's how I see it. That's how I've seen the actual team event rules and everything else like that. So again, that's the kind of the only thing that or the last thing I wanted to talk about. But again, is Bandai doing this wrong? Let me know in the comments. Like, dislike, comment. Like I said, get a discussion going on in the Discord as well, in the description, and subscribe if you are new. I will see you in the next one. Later.